When it comes to the involvement of President-elect Trump's team, it has been absolutely critical in getting this deal over the line. And it's been critical because, obviously, as I stand here today, this administration's term in office will expire in 5 days.
Did you see that? That's the State Department, Biden's State Department, saying Trump had a role in the ceasefire. Kiron Skinner joins us now. She's a former foreign policy advisor to Mr. Trump. Kiron, I think Biden got the people to the table with long negotiations for a ceasefire, but it was Trump who pushed Netanyahu over the edge to get the deal done. Do you see it that way?
I do see it that way. And first of all, Happy New Year. It's good to be with you again.
Good to see you.
These issues are so critical as we face January 20th, the U.S. inauguration. This 15-month war has been devastating on every possible level. But when you have a hostage crisis, like what Jimmy Carter faced, it takes on a whole different level. And when you have Americans in particular being held hostage. So the Biden White House took this seriously. Everyone was working on steroids, numerous trips to the Middle East, the CIA director, the Secretary of State, the National Security Advisor, the Secretary of Defense, but they weren't quite getting there. And I think the election in November, with Donald Trump winning a resounding victory, sent a signal to all parties that a new chief would be in town, and it moved everyone along. But we have to give some credit to the Biden administration as well. It did evolve in terms of its understanding and diagnosis of the problem. It started in a horrible way, believing the Biden White House that Iran did not have its fingertips on this crisis. We know that there was no possibility for Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis to move without Iranian involvement, direction, support, and resources. Once the Biden administration began to understand the truth, it opened up the possibility for a better deal. But Trump's actions are critical. He's known as a deal maker.
Yep.
He is unvarnished in his statements. He said there will be hell to pay if the hostages aren't out soon.
And they were listening.
I think everyone took him seriously.
Yeah, you've got to take this guy seriously. Kiron, the Trump team is reportedly preparing foreign policy strategies involving oil sanctions. Now, this is according to Bloomberg. Trump could use oil as a way to try and end the war between Russia and Ukraine. He could also use oil to put more pressure on Iran and Venezuela. What do you think of Trump using oil as a political bargaining tool?
This is really kind of back to the future. If you look at the first Trump term, the maximum pressure campaign on Iran, which included oil sanctions as a central pillar, is about to come back, but it's going to be expanded to other countries. That's one point. Second, remember early in the Trump administration, the first Trump term, Trump talked aloud about Maduro, about Venezuela. Why is this happening? Why is he still there? This will be one of his #1 priorities, dealing with the crisis in Venezuela, which is unimaginable, and it's right in our own hemisphere. So I think we'll see oil sanctions, maximum pressure campaigns expanding, not just to Iran, but to other malign actors. And Trump has also said, and you've heard him say it many times, he wants the war between Russia and Ukraine to end. He wants a deal soon. So this is deal making at an international level that we haven't seen in a very long time. I think the first few months of Trump's presidency will be the most exciting because we will see a new map in terms of the Middle East and Europe. A new geography will take place that will be marked by the ending of wars.
You've got us all excited here, but I've got one more for you. I'm sure you've seen this. New photos showing the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, attending a cocktail party in Ghana just as the Palisades fire exploded in California. Now, you live in Los Angeles County. What are your neighbors telling you? Do they want Bass recalled?
They do, and this has been so sad. I took a red eye from Los Angeles to D.C. just to be on your program and to escape Los Angeles, by the way. It's a horrible scene. It's like a war zone. So many friends and colleagues have lost their homes. They have to start all over, and they're dismayed. Many of my friends and colleagues are Democrats, liberals, just Californians, good Americans, and they believed in Karen Bass, and they believed in the governor. They didn't understand the depth of their globalist instincts and their globalist ties. The mayor said when she campaigned, if she won, she would not do international travel. I think she's done about 5 trips, and she's much more tied to transnational elites than she is to her own county. And we're just devastated by the lack of preparedness for something that one can expect in Southern California. Wind, the Santa Ana winds, and fires, which are just part of the culture.
Kiron, I'm glad you took that red eye to get to D.C. to be on the program today, because you've added some real value to the show today, and we appreciate that. Kiron Skinner, everyone. We're going to see a lot of you, I can tell. See you later.
Thank you.